Happy STAMPtember! Welcome to our STAMPtember 2025 live. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we've spent an entire year preparing for this, and it's so exciting to be here today and to get to share all the fun surprises that we have for all of you. I am Heidi Krall here at the Simon Says Stamp office in Columbus, Ohio, and today I want to talk a little bit about what STAMPtember is, the product launch we just had, what's to come, and oh, thank goodness, right before we went live, I realized we actually had a product that is releasing tomorrow that you guys don't know about yet, and it's behind that little picture frame over there. I was like, wait a minute, Reed, we have to put something in front of there. That hasn't launched yet. So we have all kinds of surprises to come all month long, and I just hope that STAMPtember delights each of you, because we've spent energy and enthusiasm and creativity to try to find things that would really appeal to you. So what is STAMPtember? Well, if you're new here, welcome. I hope you'll give us a little heart on our YouTube video or a thumbs up and let us know you're here with us today. We have a chat going live, and we have Beth Opal moderating that chat for us. I think we have some other people, like Reed is moderating chat. So if you have any questions, if I leave anything unanswered today, please feel free to join us in the chat, and we'll do our best to get answers for you or communicate with you. We appreciate your thumbs up. We appreciate your enthusiasm, because it's all of your enthusiasm that has created STAMPtember. STAMPtember is really meant to be a celebration in our industry. Originally, 16 years ago, yes, this is, Reed, this is our Sweet 16. Brian?
Isn't that crazy? We should be throwing a party.
Yes. I won't tell you what celebration I'm getting ready to start. It's nowhere near my Sweet 16, but it's a Sweet 16 for STAMPtember. So you'll see that number come into play a few times this month. Really, when we started, we were really celebrating only stamps. Well, I mean, that was kind of short-sighted of me, because there is so much more to stamping. And I think today, when we walk through some of these products, you'll really get the sense for how stamping has elevated through the years. Now we're stamping and die cutting, we're stamping and stenciling, we're stenciling over our stamped images, we're using embossing folders with dies, we're using glitter on our stamps, we're using different types of inks now on our stamps. There's so many things that relate to stamping, and so all month long, we want to celebrate, and so we're going to celebrate in different ways. Right now, we're celebrating with a Simon Says Stamp product launch. All the products I'm showing you today launched yesterday, and they are all exclusive to Simon Says Stamp. SimonSaysStamp.com is where you can find all of the products I'm showcasing today. If any of the products I showcase today are out of stock, all you do is click Notify Me when back in stock. When we restock, and yes, we will restock, you will be notified. Coming all throughout STAMPtember, if you've done this before, raise your hand in the chat. If you know what we're doing for STAMPtember, raise your hand, throw us a heart, give us a thumbs up. If you know what we have ahead for STAMPtember, similar to what we've done in years past, we also have product launches with many of your favorite brands in our stamping community. I'll just run through some of those brands that are sponsoring STAMPtember this year, our Sweet 16. I'm going to talk about Gina K Designs, CZ Design, Lawn Fawn, Trinity Stamps, Newton's Nook, Memory Box, Hero Arts, Riley & Co., Doodlebug for the first time ever part of STAMPtember, Art Impressions, Brutus Monroe. This calls for confetti, La La Land Crafts, Alex Siberia Crafts, Honeybee Stamps, Ink on 3, Pink Fresh Studios, La La Land, or excuse me, I already said La La Land. Aeon Create, Pretty Pink Posh, Alta New, Mama Elephant, Dare to Be Artsy, Paper Artsy, Whimsy Stamps, Concord and Ninth, Pink and Main, Paper Rose Studio, for the first time also, Penny Black, and of course we can't forget, you guys are going to also see some Tim Holtz surprises this month too. So all month long we have lots of product launches, we have new things coming up, we have giveaways, which if you're watching today, you're probably going to see more talk about giveaways. We have free gifts coming later this month, we have some kits. We try to have something different every day. And if you want to know what's up for the day, the best spot to find STAMPtember information is our blog, SimonsSaysStampblog.com. Every day at noon is when we launch our exclusive collaborations. And I guess the only thing that doesn't release at noon is our card kit of the month. And that'll be on September 14th, in case you're wondering, because we don't really share. That's the number one question I get. Can you give us the calendar? Can you share the calendar? Well, I love surprises. So every day we like to surprise and delight you with something different. So kind of back to our regularly scheduled programming. Today, I'm going to walk through our exclusive Simon Says stamp not collaborations. These are our exclusives. They just went live yesterday and I've got tons of inspiration to show you. I have some special ideas with the products to also show and share with you. You're going to get lots of education all month long, and that is meant to inspire you. Free education all month long. Our Simon Says Stamp YouTube channel will continue posting videos, if not every day, almost every day, with tips and tricks on products, how to use products you already own, how to be inspired by looking at different colors and different products to get you making and stamping. Really what this is all about is creativity. My favorite part about getting to be here at Simon Says Stamp is the creative energy. And I hope that you're able to, if you're not using these specific products, use anything that you have and just create, just make. If it's as simple as just a marker or a pencil or a pen, start there. Making and creating is really good for our soul. And when we share that with other people, it really surprises and delights other people too. So let's do the camera. I think we have a little celebration imagery here. These are the brands that are participating in STAMPtember. Something a little different we're doing to surprise you all. You know those little vinyl stickers that you see? A lot of people put them on their Yeti or their, what are those cups called? Stanley cups, computers, electronics. So while supplies last, we have these little stickers for STAMPtember that will be going into orders while supplies last. This is the postcard, which I read to you earlier, has the brands that you are going to be seeing during STAMPtember. This postcard comes in all of your orders, and a reminder, it is a full month-long celebration, September 1st through 30th at Simon Says Stamp. So Reed, I think I'm gonna start, if there's nothing specifically in the chat, I'm gonna start with showcasing product.
Yeah, you're good.
Is that good? Okay.
Yep, I'm gonna continue collecting questions, so if you have them, go ahead and put them in the chat.
I'm gonna start with my personal, I hate to pick favorites, because if you're parents or grandparents, you understand picking favorites is very difficult, and it is difficult. But personally, I just love the whimsy of this. I love that I can stamp in black and color these images in. I love the messaging, simple happy birthday, birthday wishes. It's time to celebrate. STAMPtember is all about celebrations. Let's party, have a wild birthday. And then of course, we have coordinating dies. And this is the first STAMPtember ever that all of our coordinating dies are coming to you detabbed. And what that means is you don't have to cut them with snips to wire them apart. They're all individually going to cut out these stamps. And this is an example of what it looks like when you stamp with black ink and then die cut. The sentiments are so detailed. Have a wild birthday. This is stuff that's really difficult to fussy cut. Like look at Let's Party, even the space between the T and the Y is separated. Oh my gosh, I'm shaking, I'm so nervous. Birthday wishes, I love the little giraffe. And you guys can see when these are stamped how really inviting they are to color. This is called Wild Birthday. And I have some inspiration that's meant to give you ideas. I'm gonna run through a lot of the people who have sent inspiration all through our live today. Michelle Peckham is one of the people that sent inspiration. Heather Hoffman has sent gorgeous inspiration today. Charlene Madrid has sent beautiful inspiration today. Elaine Tanner, we have more inspiration from designers all around the world than we've ever had in the past. She even put a little action wobble on her card there. Isn't that cute? Is that a little toucan? I've got inspiration with Nikki Meek. I've got inspiration with Karen Davies. Love how she used an embossing folder there. And we have Emily Midget inspiration as well. And all of these people, you have something in common. They've all used this Wild Birthday stamp set. And I'm just gonna repeat, this is a Simon Says Stamp brand exclusive. It is available only at Simon Says Stamp. And if it does sell out, we do plan on restocking. So this is not one of those while supplies last. Okay, I'm gonna gather this and move on to the next one. While I'm doing that, Reed, can you tell me if you're seeing any questions or chat that I should know about?
Yeah, so people are asking, when the collaborations start, will they be every day, including the weekends?
We have collaborations planned all through the month. Our first one is September 14th. I'm sorry, 14th, 4th. September 4th is our first one. And they're not every single day because we try to do, they're most days, we try to surprise you in different ways. I don't know if I answered the question,
That
but.
works. Yeah, I like it.
So this is a stamp and die set with Kathy Zilski design. You're going to see these images used in different cards throughout today. The name of this, we're keeping with a little bit of a birthday theme because everybody has birthdays, right? Yeah, I know a little bit about birthdays. That's why we do this big giveaway tomorrow. I use my birthday as like a great excuse to give away. So you guys are, if you're on the Simon Says Stamp blog tomorrow, you'll see lots of giveaways, including, well, I won't. Gosh, I feel like I'm trying to let too much out of the bag. This is called Inside Greetings Birthday. These are stamps by Kathy Zilski. There are coordinating dies, and just like I said, every coordinating die during STAMPtember is detabbed. And then thank you to Callie for stamping and die cutting these for me, and I made these boards so that you could really see the detail behind the die cutting. Like even those letters, there's little pieces cut out all around these letters. See that? We've got happy birthday, sending birthday wishes your way. That's really detailed. Happy birthday. We've got a from us, from me. I like big birthdays. I cannot lie. Celebrating your birth should be one big party, so let's get it started. These are great inside greetings for your cards. That's hence the name, Inside Greetings Birthday. Sorry I wasn't there with you to mourn the loss of your youth. Happy belated birthday. May your special day be filled with so much joy, and may you feel how very loved you are. See, these are great staples for your stamping. I like this one. No one wears another year quite as well as you. And another belated. So sorry to have missed your special day. Hope it was full of good things. I don't know about you guys, but have you realized like the day after it was somebody's birthday and you see on a big Facebook post, oh, thanks for all the birthday wishes. And you're like, oh, shoot. Hold on. I've got a birthday to celebrate. Okay, the next product I'm going to show you is actually dies. So like I said earlier, stamping has evolved so much further than just stamps. These are circle quilt dies. And this gives you, the back, you can actually see these are the dies. This gives you an idea of what is included in the packaging. There's actually 3 different dies. And seriously, the options for using this are literally endless. I've got a card, I think this one's made, yep, this is Beth. Beth Opal created samples for me to show you guys when the dies are cut out, how beautiful they are and the different ideas you can do with them. There's little cut marks on this circle. So she illustrated here how those different cut marks will cut out different colored of cardstock if you want. And then Callie Person created a physical card with that happy birthday sentiment you're going to see more and more too. So Callie used her circle quilt dies to create something really interesting. The next product I'm going to show you is sold out on the website. So the real thing with STAMPtember is to shop early for best selection. When we place orders for these products, we're really just guessing. We have no idea what's going to resonate with people, and this has definitely resonated with all of you. It's called Scripty Birthday Background. It was our first STAMPtember product this year to sell out. If you're interested in this clear stamp, just click notify me when back in stock because we are going to be restocking it. We're not sure when. Our manufacturers have been very, very busy this season. Here's some samples of ways to use it. This one is by Karen Davies. See how she stamped that Scripty birthday background and then embossed it in white. And then I love this also by Emily Midget. It has the happy birthday dies in the front of it. And she created a frame and balloons with other products that are part of this STAMPtember launch. Were there any questions, Reed, about the birthday background? Because with it being sold out, I was kind of worried that we anticipated we'll restock within the next 30 days. But the best way for you to be notified is literally to click notify me when back in stock. This is another product that I love. You Are Magic. Isn't that a great card to send somebody? You know, if they're graduating, if they're going to school, if you want to encourage them, if you want to give them a positive message. I saw this, Nina Marie Trapani. This is on the cover of most of our graphics, or a lot of our graphics for STAMPtember. I love that you can take that You Are Magic sentiment and just create any kind of whimsical background or border. So if you've been experimenting with your inks or your alcohol inks or watercoloring, just take something you've created and put a message in front of it, and there you have a piece of art. What's up, Reed?
That background, the happy birthday script background, has been moved to pre-order. I just got a text from Amanda, so.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay, she must have figured out how soon they're going to be able to restock, because I was waiting to move it until we knew. So thank you, Amanda, for doing that. So that script birthday background, I don't know if you guys heard Reed, you can pre-order that now. Back to the You Are Magic. Interestingly, this also has that script birthday background in this little project. I think Sherry Carroll created this. This is actually a picture frame. So you can give it to somebody to put on their desk at work or at home. You can put it by the coffee maker at home. You can put it by the coffee maker even at work. Just a positive, uplifting message, right? You can do it for happy birthday, but it could just be for anything. And then if you want to try to think about the seasonality of it, you can put a little You Are Magic on one of your Halloween cards. I love this idea Barbara Terrio had to put hers upside, her little witch feet upside down and put a You Are Magic. That's just a really fun, I don't know, it's just fun, right? And then speaking of magic, this next stamp just feels, it's called Curvy Background. It feels a little magical to me. It's one of those things you can create a beautiful background with and then put a fun message in the front of. Like Kristen Sluhan, she embossed hers with white, and then I think she used the Richard, do you guys know those, what are those called? Those little crystals. Nina, if you're in the chat, I bet you know what those are called. It'll come to me, but this will come to me. What did she put on the back of here? Oh, used powder watercolor pigment. So that's a powder watercolor pigment. I think that's really cool. And then I've got more cards. Susan Valley used her curvy background stamp, put a snowflake in the front. I've got another card here where she put a holiday message in front of it. Natalia, Be Your Beautiful Self, put a message in the front. Betsy Green, sending birthday wishes your way. So all of these cards are using the curvy background. Even this shaker card, Betsy Green found a way to use that curvy background. I don't know, is the light picking that up, Reed, the curvy background through the acetate?
There it is.
So she created that card. I like how there's white on white by Natalia here. This is a 6x6 card. And that stamp is actually 6x6. So what's nice about 6x6 is it is really usable in A2 size cards or A7 size cards. Here's another beautiful, I love this pastel. This is by Nikki New, N-O-O, Nikki New cards. Another shaker, this is with Natalia. Do you guys want me to hold this closer to the screen?
Oh, there you go. Oh, do that.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
That was the last example I had. I was trying to save the most unique lit up one. Isn't that cool? So this is also by Natalia. Natalia's I'm a Trust _handmade cards on Instagram. She's got a lot of really cool pieces of art. Okay, the light is tricky to capture that, but it is really delightful. Okay, Reed, how are things coming along?
Things are great. So how does pre-order work is the question.
Okay, well, it's a good time to talk about pre-order. Let me get this out of the screen. So
Situated.
we move products on our website to pre-order so that you have the opportunity to combine shipping with other products. You just have to remember that your entire order is held until that pre-order item gets in stock. And then once the pre-order item is stocked, Your entire held order will ship all at once, and you have paid one shipping and handling fee. So that's how pre-order works. We try to put in the notes in the description of the product when we estimate that product is going to be restocked. It is an estimate, but we try to give a reasonable period of time. We don't put everything on our website on pre-order because it's a lot to manage and we don't always know when a product is going to be restocked. So we do the best we can. We work with our manufacturers really closely. Amanda is key in that. That's why Reed was like, Amanda said this. Amanda does a really good job with that. Okay, this is the next product I wanted to share with you today. It's called My Boo. It's a set of 6x8 clear stamps. And of course, we've got the coordinating dies, which means you can purchase the stamps by themselves. You can purchase the dies by themselves, or you can purchase them as a bundle, a stamp and die set. And thanks again to Callie who die cut these for me. I wanted to put them on a board to really show you the detail that's involved. It's no wonder that die cutting has been so popular these last few years, because when you see these little details, like even a space between the ghost and that spider. And another really interesting thing is, look how we did this set, that the die cuts the hands out on this particular ghost. Can you guys see that? So the die did that. You didn't have to do that with a little knife, a craft knife. And these little accessories fit in that ghost's hands. There's even a little trick-or-treat bucket that can fit in her hands. And how fun would this be to color? The little pumpkin, and there's a hat on this set. There's a boo. There's a frame involved. So this is just a cute, fun set. There is also a heart, which I tell you, I think fell off of my board. I stuck these down with temporary tape because I wanted to be able to pick them up and kind of take them off the board and show you whenever needed the detail involved. See how the beautiful detail cuts around. These dies cut so perfectly around the pumpkin, and they are detabbed. I'm really excited about that. I think a few years ago I started telling you guys, little by little, we're introducing detabbed products into our line, and for the first time ever, we've been able to do it for every single product. I'm gonna share some inspiration with you all. If you look this product up on our website, you'll see we also put alt images with it as inspiration for the, hi Dad. My dad just walked in my office. He comes in a lot of times on Mondays, although today's not technically a Monday, and says hello because he's in town on Mondays. And he didn't know we were filming, but hi Dad. I'm sure him and my mom will probably watch later. So hi fam. Isn't it great to have family who are your supporters, who watch what you're doing, who still take interest in your highs and lows in life? So I'm gonna keep showing you some inspiration using this set called My Boo. How cute is this? I think this is on our storefront imagery too. I love the bright colors. Emily Midget even did a little bit of stitching with hers. I like how Jessica Vasher did a bag. I mean, Rachel Alvarado, great work. Look how she ink blended behind her boo. That birthday script background stamp is what she used for that particular background. Jessica also created, this is a little thing to put on your desk. Do you guys decorate for Halloween? Oh yeah, hi Heidi's dad. Unfortunately, my dad can't see the chat right now. I'm sure my mom might show him how to work it someday, but he watches, you know, thank goodness for our family. Happy 16th STAMPtember. I love that one of our designers called out, this is our 16th STAMPtember, and they even put little Simon on the front of there. That's so cute. I've got You Are My Boo, and there's a surprise inside. Happy birthday! Isn't that cool? That card, I'm not sure, is that by Natalia? I think that might be from Natalia.
Yeah, might have just lost its,
Oh no, it's from CEZ.
Oh, my bad.
At MumCEZ, MUMCEZ. So you can find her on Instagram. That's really cool. Thank you for doing that. This is also by @mum, CUMCEZ. Look at that 3-dimensional project. And oh my goodness, speak about 3-dimensional. She also created this, the Mum CEZ. How gorgeous. Look how layered.
Her name is Says Tolentino.
Says Tolentino. Thanks for sending us these makes. This is actually a piece of art. It's almost like on a foam board. And you could definitely display this during the season. And she gave each of her little trick-or-treaters a little bucket in their arms for trick-or-treating. And look at the spider webs that she added. And yes, all of those little ghosts are part of this My Boo collection. There's a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ghosts on here. That's a lot, and they're so cute. These are happy ghosts, you know, like little kids that are afraid of ghosts and scary things. No, there's no reason to be afraid of these. These are those happy-go-lucky, cheerful. Going to remove this My Boo. So do you guys all understand what I mean when I say pre-order on the website? Do you think I did a reasonable job of explaining that, Reed?
You did great. There was a follow-up question about it. They said, say you have something on pre-order and order collab with that as well. Would that collab be saved for you?
Yes. If you have anything on your order as a pre-order, it's going to hold your whole order. I don't know if that helps. Even a pre-order, it's gonna hold everything.
Perfect.
So this is a set of dies called Costume Ghost Parade. And these are actually in a little envelope for you. So I'm gonna open and show you that because there's so many little pieces. And this one also includes a little magnet. Not all of ours have a little magnet strip, but this one does. So these are 6 different complete dies, and they put together to make this little costume parade. And I think that Enza Guter created a really great card to articulate how those individual ghosts can be lined up. There's even the little, the pumpkin trick or treat. And I have another one by Sherry Carroll. Sherry, I love how you lined up your little ghost parade, costume ghost parade with a background to go trick-or-treating. And then Ravati from RP Shutterbug created this cool card. And I asked Beth if she could create a little example sheet to show you all how to assemble the little ghosts. And so this is an example how they all have the little accessories like the hat, the pirate patch, the Dracula outfit, the mummy. Those dies are all included in this ghost parade set. Okay, Reed just sent me a little note, or I guess it was Brian. You guys are asking a lot about free shipping. This is one of those things, it's one of those years with the rising cost of goods. We're trying to find ways to continue to surprise and delight you that are win-win for all of us and affordable. And because of that, we are not going to be offering free shipping all month long during STAMPtember. We do have other surprises planned for the month, so just keep watching and you'll see other things. Hopefully they surprise and delight you, but so far we don't have any intentions right now to do free shipping. I was looking for this die. Oh, here it is back here. So this happy birthday is from the handwritten happy birthday set. See how it's actually 2 dies? Thank you, Beth, for creating this little sample to show everybody. This is a classic handwritten happy birthday that can be added to a lot of things. I don't know if I did a good job with free shipping. Right now, we don't plan on doing free shipping, but we might surprise you like the last day of STAMPtember. We're still trying to figure out what would be a good surprise for the last day. I don't know. As of right now, we don't have any plans to do free shipping. It's kind of one of those things that's in our back pocket if we can keep up with the orders and things are going smoothly, because we do have all hands on deck. Actually, next week is all hands on deck. We have even Brian and Reed and I are going to be in the warehouse shipping orders next week. So be easy on us. We have a system that hopefully makes it so we don't make mistakes. It checks our barcodes and all those things. So hopefully it's a foolproof system, because I am a fool and I don't do a lot of shipping. But next week we will be picking orders. Okay, this is called Block Presents. This is dies. I'll show you another die and then we're gonna get back into stamps. Kailash created this piece of art with hers. She used the inside of that die to create that card. I love how Dana Joy actually colored hers with the colored presents, and then the glitter paper is how she created the background. And Joe Sisebeth had a similar idea. He die cut his with glitter paper, and doesn't that look cool? How am I, you guys, I feel like, am I getting to the sweet spot for blurry? A little higher for you guys? Okay, and then Nina Marie created another sample, and this has the die cut with metallic art. Simon Says Stamp gold. That's a cool way to do it. And then Nikki Meek, I like how she cut it with white. And that present is nice because you can think about a present for Christmas, a present for your birthday, a present for retirement, a present for going back to school, graduation, any occasion. It's nice to have a little present die for, which is kind of actually similar to the Pretty Bows die set. I'm gonna show you these and then we're gonna get back into cards. So Pretty Bows, we did number 2. So we have a Pretty Bows original that we launched a few months ago, and you guys loved it so much we decided to come out with more Pretty Bows. And Emily Midget created this card, which does a really nice job of illustrating the Pretty Bows. She actually layered 2 on top of each other at an angle to create these Pretty Bows. And Beth made a sample to show you when they're layered individually how those Pretty Bows look. There's 5 bows in this pack, Pretty Bows 2. I'm not sure, is anybody in our chat linking to these products I'm showing today?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you guys, I don't remember if I had mentioned that earlier, if you guys are looking for this specific product, in the chat while we're live, you can see product links that will show you the products. Like this is Pretty Bows 2, it's a complement to our Pretty Bows 1. Okay, I told you I was gonna show some stamps. You're going to keep seeing these in a lot of the samples I show today and online. This is our big scripty greeting stamp set. So we launched this years ago with Christina Warner. It's been a staple in our Simon Says Stamp library for a very long time. And since so many of you have been loving the dies that match with stamps, we decided now during STAMPtember, it would be a good way to re-showcase this beautiful stamp set with dies to really make it come to life again. And you can see the detail in these dies. See how even there's space here. I'll just take this off the paper and you guys can see. So you can stamp that. You can stamp in black, you can stamp and emboss it. There's so many techniques that you can do with stamps, and you elevate it to a whole nother level when you die cut it and those little die cut pieces. This has been tremendously popular. You guys are popular. You're loving having the dies to coordinate with this big scripty greetings stamp set. So you'll continue to see these on a lot of the samples I show you today. Another thing you're gonna see in a lot of our samples today is this Sentiment Labels 2.0. So we did Sentiment Labels 1 a few years ago, actually, and it's so useful. It cuts out different sentiment strips. You can make plaids. You can make different lengths of tags. It has the finishing touch ends on it. See those 4 finishing touch ends? This is a Kathy Zilski design illustration, so she liked those particular ends. Granted, we brainstorm together. We have meetings as a team where Kathy and Nina and me and Sherry, oftentimes Callie's got great input, and we talk about what products would be great to reinvent in new ways. And so our Sentiment Labels 1 die set has now been reinvented, and there is a Sentiment Labels 2. Oh my gosh, did I already tell you guys my favorite set? Because I think I've changed my mind. I just, on live, I don't know, you don't call this live TV. On live YouTube, I just changed my mind about my favorite set. These freaking Highland cows are so adorable. Highland cows have been such a hot trend this past year. I went to Nina, and I said, Nina, I would love for STAMPtember, which we try to bring out our favorites during STAMPtember, but you guys know what I said earlier. It's hard to claim a favorite. And I said, I would just love some Highland cows. Look how freaking adorable these little babies are. I think they really show up on the sample board too. So there's a little baby laying in the straw. There's a little baby staring straight at us. I heard it's your birthday. There's a mama. I don't know, mama or daddy? Do you guys know with Highland cows? I bet Brian knows. Can you tell the difference by looking at its top if it's a boy or girl? Nope.
They all have horns.
They all have horns. Okay. So this is an educational channel, ladies and gentlemen. We could talk to you a little about animals too. This one is laying. He's looking at a message. Thank you, friend. And she is looking straight at us like, hey, it's time to get crafty. You're bovine. And look at these little patterns that you can see cut out. It's a stamp set. We have the coordinating dies available for you, also named appropriately Highland cows. And this cute little baby, thank you, Heather Hoffman, is staring at us. Celebrating her birth should be one big party. So let's get started. I think that was from the Kathy Zilski set I showed you guys a little bit ago. Another one, I like big birthdays. I cannot lie. Also similar sentiment. This one by Joe Sisavath, this tag, I like how isn't that a cool effect? I don't know how well that's gonna show on camera.
There you go. Right there.
Isn't it cool how it's almost like a two-toned? I heard it's your birthday. Those are the stamps included here. And then last but not least, I have Ravina from Ravati from RP Shutterbug did a beautiful watercolor background and stamped on top of it. And she actually embossed that too. So that's a great way to make it pop. So that was my mind change in the middle of our live. I just love this Highland cows. It's a 6x8 stamp set. It is available at simonsystamp.com. Cindy, I agree. Cute cows, darling cows. Like I grew up in Delphus, Ohio. I don't know if you know where that is. It's a very rural area. There are lots of cows around us, but never did I see a Highland cow until I traveled a little bit when I was older. And recently I just see so many Highland cows in towels and in home decor and in pictures that you might go to one of the stores, or I don't know, Home Goods is a good one where you buy art for your house. But these Highland cows, man, they're just so cute. Cindy, I agree, it is cool. Gail, thank you for the feedback. Yeah, and the inspiration is really out of this world. Susan Halloran, so much great inspiration. This is a good time for me just to give a big shout out to all these artists who have taken the product we sent them and created something really beautiful with it. I've got another stamp set. This is a little bit of a different genre. It's definitely fall themed because you'll see all these little guys are dressed as witches for the Halloween season. You put a spell on me, wishing you a wicked birthday, have an enchanting birthday, best witches. And I've got all these little pieces of art. You can see this is what these images look, die cut out with the coordinating dies that match perfectly these stamps. And just like all of our other stamps that have coordinating dies, they're available separately or as a bundle. So you can purchase just the stamps, or you can purchase just the dies. You can purchase them as a bundle. I have found what happens a lot of times is that people buy the stamp set, they really get with that, and they just start by buying the stamp set. They start making with it, and then they wish they had the dies. So people often come back into the store and grab the dies after they've been using the heck out of a stamp set and having so much fun with it. Like this is a great example of how you can just stamp with all those little critters, color them. How therapeutic is it to color? I know most of us watching are adults. I don't know, I'm hoping no kids are watching while they're at school today. But, and even as us as adults, coloring and assembling and putting things together, it just taps into this part of our brain. It just sets my anxiety away and allows us to chill and relax. Maura Hibbets created these cute little tags. If you have somebody in your family who's going to be doing any kind of Halloween party, or even if you make little special Halloween baskets for your nieces or your nephews or your neighbors, make something handmade with paper and it really pops and helps those other people feel special. When you take the time to hand make for people, they notice, you know. Here's a great way to use this set. Rachel Alvarado, another card by Rachel creating this. I like how Rachel here combined with the You Are Magic. She used those sentiment strips that I was showing you a few minutes ago, sentiment strips too, and die cut papers to create those banners in the background. And look at this showstopper. So Rachel did masking and blending and coloring. Have an enchanting birthday. Isn't that cool? Like that is just truly a piece of art. All the white speckle in the background. She even put white on her little moon to make it pop. And Maura Hibbets took hers to a little bit of mixed media and made bookmarks. My nieces would like these. They still read paper books, which makes me so happy that people are reading paper. It's just kind of a nostalgia thing. You guys in the chat, are you into doing your book reading on a Kindle? My dad wants to get more newspapers set up on his iPad, although he was reading paper books for a long time, which was really sweet to see him reading. But I assumed that my kids would be doing most of their reading in school on their devices too, but they have a teacher actually at Mr. Street. I just went to parent conferences last week and he said, I just really believe that in college, a lot of these kids are going to be asked to do both paper and digital. So he feels strongly that he should be the representative of paper reading in their classrooms. So their kids are using less devices. I do reading and also a lot of audiobooks. Ooh, I see, look at a lot of people are physical books. I thought you guys as an audience would be more into physical books than the average population because we love paper so much. The smell, oh, the chat is going so quickly. Somebody just said they love the smell of paper. I agree, the smell of paper and the smell of paper and ink. Extra spectacular. I think, is this, yes. Callie put this card, I think it was yesterday on her Instagram, Callie person. I love how she took this spooky eyes stencil and made her spooky eyes all different colors. Tracy Ware made a Happy Halloween card out of her spooky eyes. And then Betsy Green even used a little bit of crackle paint with her spooky eyes. How's the lighting in here? You guys, on the people who are watching us from afar, is the lighting on my cards okay for you? Can you see the beautiful colors? This might be a tricky one to do because I put this one is black and it's got little bats. Does the lighting, can you guys see those bats? I'm looking for an angle where you can see the bats. You can see that?
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? So Betsy Green, I love Betsy's in Ohio too, so go Bucks. Did you guys see the game on Saturday? Reed's laughing, but did you see the Ohio State Buckeyes got a victory?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I will move this. Although Reed went to Ohio University, so are you less of a Buckeyes fan because you went to Ohio University?
Which we play them week 3. It'll be interesting. First time since.
You gonna root for OU then?
Of course.
So there's Ohio State University and there's Ohio University, and Ohio University is Reed's alma mater, and Ohio State University is Stephanie's alma mater. So we've got a little bit of a team rivalry going here. Look at this. I mean, Jessica Vasher, does the light just even show? She used some of our Simon Says Stamp black dazzling gems on that card. She ink blended. I don't know if she used black or grays, probably grays. Really cool ink blending. Cindy from CRN Cards ink blended hers. This is one of those ones I worry about the light. I want to show you this die. This is a good example. This die actually has little cut lines on it. So when you color over it with ink or do ink blending, those cut lines really start to pop. And this Trick or Treat is also from this Simon Says Stamp release. This was a Kathy Zilski, a CZ design product, the Trick or Treat dies. So this is Trick or Treat dies, and this is the Twisted Tree Arch. I want to take the Twisted Tree Arch out of its packaging so you can see what I mean by the details. It's really just 2 dies. One die is going to cut out a bunch of beautiful little leaves for you. And then the other die has these little embossing and cut lines on it so that when you cut your paper, see how it looks then? It's a great detail, which is really in Barbaterial's card too. I just don't know if the light...
When you hit that angle, it's perfect.
Hmm.
There you go.
In person, it's really spectacular. Even the leaves, which you can see pretty well there, have the little cut marks in them, which catch your blending and really give it this like, would you mind, Brian, if I gave you this? Would you mind putting that back together for me? Thank you.
No, thank you.
And those are dies. Wait, what happened?
I said thank you. No, I don't have to do it.
And Beth made a card for, like a demonstration for you. She used a brown cardstock, which thank you, Beth, because that does show up on the camera a little bit differently using that die too. What's the name of that die, Brian?
Twisted Tree Arch.
Twisted Tree Arch comes also with those little leaves. Thank you again, Beth, for making and sending to us. This next one is just so cute. It's just Boo. Just Boo. And you'd be surprised at how many times you just want to add a little Boo to your card. And it's the perfect, it'll just make you giggle. Like this. Fun card, add some bats, make your little mods into flowers, and just a little layered Boo up in the corner. Boo. How a little bit of color and just a little sentiment is going to really pop. And this card is by Maggie Haas. Beth made a sample to show us. It's actually 2 dies. So the purple is cut with one of the dies, and then the Boo in the front is the other die. And so that is simply called Little Boo. And that trick or treat we showed a minute ago, that is a sample that Beth made to illustrate how it's also 2 dies. One die cuts the background and one die cuts the front. You can use them separately or you can use them together. There's really, it's all personal preference. Okay, I've got another set of dies. I know it's STAMPtember, but I'm starting with so many dies. I need to keep grabbing back for my stamps. I'm gonna do another die and then switch over. This is by Kathy Zilski. This is actually a group of 4 dies, and they cut these little banners, little happy birthday banners. Barbara Terriau put the birthday one on this card, but Beth created a little sample for you so you can see the 4 different dies cut. Happy birthday to you. And you could just use the happy, you could just use the birthday. You can arrange these in whatever ways sing to your heart. So Beth created that sample to share with you all. We celebrate a lot during STAMPtember. It's the beginning of fall. It's the perfect month to be stamping and creating. We celebrate back to school, football season's here. In my world, golf season. My son is an avid golfer. He's thick into the season. People are gearing up for Halloween parties, school Halloween costumes. These are our haunted pumpkins. And you can see Beth created this little imagery. This is what they look like cut out. They even have the little hats. And then we've got some samples that really illustrate how well they look cut out too. Like Kristen Sluhan created these tags with her haunted pumpkins. Okay, I see, I saw my name. Heidi, you're polite and considerate to your employees. Great role model, I'm sure. Was I talking about my I forget.
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, thank you. I want to be, I feel like employee is kind of a weird word for me too, because I feel like Brian and Reed especially are like my partners in crime. Like we get to travel together and we work on this like even Brian was setting up the lights and the cameras in my office and in my studio. I'm like, you really are a jack of all trades. He's fixing we've got some stuff on our computer, some coding. He makes sure we have the lights outside that are, solar, that's the word. Yeah, so we've got a wonderful team. I mean, heck, Reed during STAMPtember goes nonstop. He's in the warehouse picking orders, opening products, answering social media questions. Yeah, we've got a really wonderful team here at Simon Says Stamp, and I've been saying it for many, 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 many years. We are makers that are creating products for other makers. So we talk about these illustrators like Sherry and Nina and Callie and even Heather Hoffman, all these makers, and Emily Midget, who are making product for other makers. And so we understand, and I like to call myself a maker too. So we understand that if we're gonna be building a die set, you're probably gonna wanna layer it. Or wouldn't it be great if we added those little lines into the die set to add dimension, like I was showing you guys earlier on those black cardstocks, the brown cardstocks, so that when you're ink blending, the dimension really catches the color, really catches the dimension on those lines. I am such a fan of haunted houses. I feel like with Tim Holt's sketch Manor that he put out years ago in a stamp set, it really kicked off the craze in our industry for any type of haunted house or a mansion or even a castle. This whole thing isn't just for Halloween. It's for really any time you can do something with a little castle. This one is really geared to be a little bit of a haunted house, and you'll see I just absolutely love this card sample that Joe Sisavath created. He used one of Kathy Zilski's Halloween stamp sets that I'm gonna show you guys in a minute and added it to this twisty haunted house set of dies. It's a little bit more of a whimsical appeal on the haunted house or the manor or whatever you wanna call the creepy house on the side of the road. But I love this card that Joe Sisavath created with that particular haunted mansion. And I don't have very many Halloween stuff left, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and show you the Kathy Zilski set now where Joe created those bats. It's really, really a cool set. And Kathy, would you mind putting that back in there for me again, Brian? Kathy knocked it out of the park with this stamp set. You guys are probably seeing this all over social media. How cool is that swipe of bats that she created? So this is a 4x6 stamp set. So this retails for, I think it's $16. Beth will link it in the chat. This stamp set is called, I need my reading glasses, Halloween Basics. There are dies available, sold separately or as a bundle, also called Halloween Basics. This is what all of them look like when they're stamped and die cut. The detail on here is superb. See every line around the spooky vibes. And you guys know my favorite black ink, especially for Halloween. This creates such vibrant black background words. My Simon Says Stamp VersaFine Claire ink pad. It's really great for getting those vibrant black backgrounds. And this is called Halloween Basics. Mindy Egan created a card for us. Stephanie from Beyond_Imagined created a card. The sweep of bats really is spectacular. Tracy Ware, hey boo. Betsy Green combined a lot of the projects you guys have seen today. The little boo, the curved background stamp, the bats, the sweep of bats. Isn't it neat how so many of the designers are inspired by that sweep of bats, but have done totally different things with it? Here is a row of tombstones, and this is by Betsy Green as well. On the bottom of her, she probably drew those. Betsy Green is a graphic designer, so she might have actually drawn those. Those are not on the stamp set, but that's pretty darn cool. Are you guys feeling still a little fall vibe? Do you want me to keep going? Oh, somebody else. I saw my name in the chat. I guess that's always what we're drawn to. When you see your name, you get drawn to it. Yes, I love how those cut too. Debbie, love it. The bats are cool. Thank you, Beth, for linking that Halloween Basics stamp and die set. Halloween is second for card making season. You know, I think one of the reasons why Halloween is so popular is because it's not just the like October 31st date. It's the season. You know, Halloween is the season we call fall a lot of times here in the United States. So we start to do fun things with leaves and the word thanks and gratitude. We also use the word autumn when we talk about this time of year. This is the autumn leaf branch, and you can see it also has those die cut lines in it. and it's indicated here in the sample on the front of the packaging. And you guys can see when you ink blend or do techniques, it really makes those lines pop. It makes those leaves look realistic. And then we were talking about that script, that big script stamp set earlier. This was the happy birthday from the big script. And Cindy from CRN Cards created a lovely background with her autumn leaf branch dies. She die cut it multiple times to create a cluster. She even splattered with the white on top of her ink blending. I just love you guys probably are gonna see this card all over our social media. Be sure to follow our social media. We're at Simon Says Stamp. We've got all kinds of education and quick tips and product inspiration. All of it is living on our social media constantly. We're updating. Every single day we update our social media. I've got another fall set. This is by Nina Marie Trapani's mother, Anne Marie. Thank you, Anne. She continues to illustrate for us. We have a whole family of products in this genre. It's called Pumpkin Blessings. So there's a 6x8 stamp set available for you. There is a coordinating die set available for you. And then we went ahead and have a stencil set that will allow you to color your laying greetings as well. The dies cut out these images. So the dies are gonna cut out the big banner at the top. They're gonna cut out the individual pumpkins. Actually, one of my little things fell off of there. I don't always travel very well, so I'm just gonna tell you, the one that fell off there is this cluster right here of sunflowers. So imagine that little sunflower stamp is die cut on here. So this is really what the stamps look like. And the classic pumpkins are in this set. Pumpkins and sunflowers, great for the season. Sentiments like, if friends were pumpkins, I'd pick you. So very grateful for you. Your kindness warms my heart. Warm Thanksgiving wishes, sending lots of birthday hugs to you. You are a blessing to me. This is a season of gratitude and of thanks. So we talk about Halloween. It's not just Halloween season, it's Thanksgiving season and fall, autumn, back to school. We start thinking, I don't know if you guys are already thinking about Thanksgiving, but this is a great set if you want to combine it to make seasonal Thanksgiving, birthday, Halloween, lots of color. Look at the colors on this one. Love all the color on these samples. And then Samantha Fimmer, isn't it cool how she put hers with the gingham paper in the background? Here she did it too with a different color of the gingham background. She used her pencils to color in and add dimension there. Jean Doringsfeld, Your Kindness Warms My Heart. Another one by Jean with different colors. And I love Emily Midget, combined hers with a bunch of the leaves we've shown so far, die cut as a background on her So Very Grateful for You banner. And then this embossing folder, Anne Marie, who designed the stamp set, actually also created this card. This embossing folder, I think, is yet to come. I don't remember the name of it, but stay tuned for that because this embossing folder created a really cool background. Thank you, Anne Marie, for even sending inspiration using the products that we came out with that you illustrated. She did the stencils that make the coloring so much easier, the dies that are pre-detabbed, and the stamps. We doing okay in the chat?
Yeah, we're doing great. Still collecting some questions, so if you guys have them, go ahead and put them in the chat. We'll address them at the end.
This is our fall wreath. Also has the lines in it to create the dimension. And then when you color them, like Callie Person did here, makes it pop. Callie combined a lot of products from our STAMPtember release, the acorns, the little mailbox, which I'm gonna show you. I think I'll just show you guys that mailbox next. Another beautiful card. Darlene, I agree. Wow, so beautiful. The banners are good too. Tanya, that is a wheat embossing folder. You're right. Well, I'll grab that next. Oh, Anne-Marie Trapani art is actually in the chat. Hi, Anne-Marie. Thank you. Now we're showing the fall wreath dies. Here they are layered, looking very fall with those browns. And then Joe Sysabath even added one of our pretty bows to this card and splattered it with white. And that's a nice, simple card. That'd be a really fun one to mass produce, especially if you like die cutting for the holiday season, something like that. Just add a little bow and you can have a card with a lot of punch on it. I told you I'd show you this little mailbox that Callie put in her card next. So this is a set of mailbox dies, literally called Mail Call. Beth cut the pieces out for you to show you their little individual dies that you layer. Very easy to use and layer. Even the little envelope has the notches in it. And then Dana Joy, what a great card for card makers, right? Sending love your way with a little card coming out. And then if you want a little spooky appeal on your mail call, hey there, beautiful. Jean Doringsfeld made her little mailbox into a spooky one, even with a little spider coming out the bottom of it. I agree, sweet. Abigail hey Abigail Hernandez, it's nice to see you in the chat. Caught my eye, my daughter's name is Abigail. We call her Abby though. I don't know, as she gets older, she's gonna wanna be called Abigail. Jackson is my son and I always call him Jax, but as he's gotten older, I notice adults are calling him Jackson, and what a rite of passage. And your kid goes from a nickname to a full name. They're becoming adults. Autumn Leaves. These are some more dies. These have some more maple and oak are in there. I don't know the names of all of them, but this card is where RP Shutterbug just die cut them with white and then put them on the back of a really cool splattered card. I like the metallics that are standing out in that splattered card. Another leaf bunch, lively leaf corner. Well, actually, let me back up for a second because I want to show you Beth's. All of this. This is a set of autumn leaves. This is a great, if you like leaves and fall, this is really a classic for you. This autumn leaves set. All of these are individual dies that you can pile together. You can make your own wreath. You can add them to something, add them to sentiments. We have lively wreath corner, which is right here. And it is along the same lines with the leaves are individual so that you can put them on a card like Jean Doringsfeld did here. It's a corner. And Rachel Alvarado did here. See the corner? Those are from the lively leaf corner. People are combining a lot of these products together, so that's one of the reasons why I keep bringing them back and referring to them for you. I've got another fall product called Acorn Bundle. I think this is the last in my leaves series, and this acorn bundle has those leaves as well as acorns. Great colors on this card. Love the, I guess you'd call that teals and oranges. Betsy Green went a little more classic, but that is definitely a teal card as well. Mary Reiner has her acorn bundle and more yellows. I love yellows, my favorite color. I just love yellows. Mary also did it here with some more neutrals. I like how Mary created a wreath out of her leaves. And then this is so cute. Mary put a little squirrel with hers. Let's get nutty. I'm going to show that squirrel set next, actually. That squirrel is from our new for STAMPtember Nuts About You set. Adorable little squirrels. Here they are, all die cut out. 4 squirrels, one of them even has a flower, one of them has an acorn. Squirrels just want to have fun. Nothing compares to you. Let's get nutty. I'm nuts for you. You're the only nut I need in my stash. You don't have to put those sentiments on your cards. There's also a beautiful little, it's kind of like a tree house. Look at the seed that Susie Plantamura created with this set. And then I have another one. This one is by Heijun, Heijun, and it's a 3-dimensional box. See that? It's hard to show on camera because it sits like this. She put all of her little squirrels together. You can lay this flat and mail it, and then the person just squeezes it together and puts it on the shelf so you can see. Isn't that neat? I love that. I don't know if Heijung has that. Oh, that's helpful to know. The die is a lawn fawn die, so it's from the platform pop-up. So if you want to be able to make a card like this, Lawn Fawn has the platform pop-up die. And Simon wants to be your one-stop shop. So we have Lawn Fawn products on our website. We carry the complete collection of Lawn Fawn on our website. So every time they have a release, we make sure that we bring all of those products in. They work well with other brands too. And I've got some more cards using the Nuts About You set. This is fun how Barbara Terryhow created little Polaroids out of her little squirrels and colored them all in. And the coordinating dies give you the ability to cut out each of those little individual pieces too, and then you can build a scene. So that is the Nuts About You set. How are you guys doing? I'm way more than halfway through, but I've got some more to show. How are we doing, Reed?
We're doing great. I say we keep showing.
Okay, I've got a die that was created because of you guys who are watching responded so well to Nina Marie Trapani's Elegant Rose stencils. So we added an Elegant Rose die set. And you'll see the Elegant Rose die helps you bring your stencil to life. So this picture is on the front is not to size, but the back, you can see how large these dies are. We added the word adore. So if you have the Elegant Rose stencil, you can use it in conjunction with this Elegant Rose die and create a really beautiful piece of work. This is by Emily Midget, for those of you that were asking. Sometimes I forget to talk about who made what. One reason that roses are nice is, unfortunately, we all have reasons to make sympathy cards, and roses go well with sympathy cards. The word with sympathy, unfortunately, it's a nice one to have in our bundle, but one of the time, or in our stash, I guess you'd call it, one of the times when I think it's important for us to be heard from and to support those we love is during times of trouble. And so with sympathy is one of those that we call on. And Beth created a with sympathy little die cut card for you all just to see simply that those are two completely different dies and they cut out to make the words with sympathy. I want to show you our postage rectangles. This is a set of dies. Look how many. Beth, would you chat link to the postage, A2 postage rectangles? These are a whole batch of dies. I think they retail for $19.99. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It might be $24.99. 9 of them. I don't remember what these retail for. I just know they're a great value. These are awesome. And they cut postage in all different layered sizes. And I've got a little sample here from Tracy Ware, who did one of her dies to create that postage background. So it's A2, which means the largest die in this set will cut out an A2 standard. A2 is 5.5 by 4.25, a standard shape in that exact size. Okay, I'm looking for more fall stuff to share with you guys. And, oh, it is $19.99. Yeah, that's great. You guys, that's 9 dies for $19.99. I'm really proud of the fact that Simon Says Stamp is able to keep our costs down enough to be able to offer this for $19.99. I don't know for how much longer. There's a lot of price increases coming in our industry, or we're coming. Our cost of doing business has drastically risen. So the fact that we, for now, are able to offer these at $19.99 is really, really good. I'm grateful we're able to do that, but I also want to forewarn everybody, prices are changing in lots of places. So I anticipate 2026, there's going to be quite a bit of price changes, unfortunately. This is a 3x4 stamp set. So speaking of prices, we like to have a little something for everyone. And so a 3x4 stamp set is something that's good for younger crafters, or crafters who maybe, when I say younger, aren't necessarily younger on the calendar, but newer to crafting. And so they're still learning. They're still starting small, making basic cards and shapes, turning them into greeting cards for their friends or encouragement for their family and loved ones. Be patient is good. Good things take time. Be patient with yourself, right? Like we really do need to love ourselves. As I approach old and am in old age, I'm understanding more and more the importance of it. Good things take time. Everything will be okay. God is working out his plan and your hard work will pay off. Those are great words of encouragement. It makes me think your hard work will pay off. Whenever I read something like that, it just reminds me of my son who has spent so much time the last few years golfing to improve his game. And he's really doing great for his senior year of golf, which was really meaningful to him that his hard work is paying off. And I like to have young people experience that in life. And this be patient, you'll get through this. The you'll get through this is, I believe, I think it's one of our sentiment strips, but stay tuned for that. I've got sentiment strips to show you in a little bit. I do want to show you those trees though, because these are an embossing folder called Mod Forest. 3D, Simon Says Stamp 3D embossing folder. You can see here how Rachel Alvaretto did it and colored over the top of it. And then you can see here, Joe Sysaveth. We call this the blackout technique, although he used blue. So this is a 3D embossing folder called Mod Forest. These are our Simon Says Stamp products that are all available exclusively at Simon Says Stamp. They are for STAMPtember launch, and we will restock them. As long as they stay popular, we will continue restocking these for you. I want to show you this showstopper card. Magnificent Mums is a set with an embossing folder and a die. So you'll see the die actually comes in the packaging. It's one die. Look at this piece of art. It's three-dimensional. I don't know how well that carries on the camera, but I assure you, in person, you can feel and look at the marvel of these layers. Magnificent Mum. And you'll see this is what Betsy Green die cut hers and created that. And then this is Joe Sysaveth doing that blackout technique again, but with blue ink, where he die cut. And when I say blackout, he flipped the embossing folder on the piece of paper that was cut and embossed, flipped it over, and then inked over the insides of a negative space. Whereas here, Emily Midget used the positive space to bring out the life. I mean, these are just absolutely stunning. Joe used the blackout technique here with actual black and colored in with color. And then Enza Gudor created this beautiful, almost like a metallic piece. All of these are using the Magnificent Mums embossing folder with the die. And I've got another embossing folder called Boho Flowers. Boy, I guess maybe one of the reasons why the blackout technique is my favorite technique is because it's the only time I've ever taught a class where people actually had to pay to be there at Create last year. And it was my first teaching experience, and I got to teach this technique, and I just am always gonna think fondly of it. And here, Meg Brooks used that blackout technique where she embossed, flipped her paper to use the negative side. You can just look out blackout technique on YouTube and you can see the actual technique. And then Emily Midget, she actually embossed on a metallic, our holographic rainbow cardstock. Kailash did the blackout technique here. I've got a really beautiful, I love these brown, or not browns, these navy with some vellum that's die cut. And then another blackout where Kailash added the You Are Magic. And Meg Brooks put sentiments on the front of hers. Oh, Ravati from RP Shutterbug. Beautiful. Another one with Ravati where she just did a little bit of blue as her blackout. And this is on vellum. So Meg actually embossed vellum to create this beautiful card. If you have vellum, I just want to tell you, play, play, play. There are so many cool things and techniques you can do with vellum. You can cut it, you can emboss it, you can stamp on it. There's even some kind of acetate, which isn't technically vellum, but there's also shrink acetate. You could just have so much fun with that medium. Stitch flowers. This is another 3D embossing folder. I like that script, happy birthday. You see, we see that all over the place. I've got Kristen Sluhan here who embossed and then made a little front out of it. Here, Kristen created a background out of it. And Tracy Ware, I don't know how you created this, like, it almost looks like copper. I don't know how she created that. I think she did some black ink bending. I don't know what cardstock she used, but Tracy Ware is REDSAS, Red Sass on Instagram. So you can find her doing beautiful pieces of art like this. And this is also Tracy Sluhan. So she's very versatile. And I'm sorry, Tracy Ware. She's very versatile. Jean Doringsfeld masked hers off. And Dana Joy actually took a little pen and put little dots in her stitch marks on that embossing folder. So all of these we're using the Stitch Flowers embossing folder. Now, I think that the embossing folder that's been our star of STAMPtember, because you're seeing her all over graphics on our storefront. Our designers all over the world have chosen this on a lot of their projects. It's called Dotted Spiral. And if you start looking, you'll see all the different options. This is actually with ink blending, and then because those little dots are raised, Jessica Vasher took white ink on just the raised parts to create that beautiful background. And here, Mary Reiner took a yellow ink to bring out those raised parts, and Karen Davies did lots of different colors. I would like to see this with metallic cardstock too. So this dotted spiral you'll see all over. And if you're ever looking for more inspiration, just look up the product on our website. And the website will show you lots of different ways to use that product. Like there'll be inspiration attached to it. Or you can do a Google search for the product, especially if it's a Simon Says Stamp product, and you can find blog posts and social media posts using it. This is called Pumpkin Pals. Great for the season. I've got my little pumpkin guys here, die cut out, so they're stamped and die cut. Here's a beautiful little card by Marianne Barrett, I think. I like these colors a lot. Okay, I'm gonna put my reading glasses on so I don't mess up her name. She has a beautiful name. I wanna show you her signature.
Hold it up, Art.
All of those are using the little fellows from the Pumpkin Pals set. So these are stamps and dies. We're almost finished. Oh my gosh, it's kind of bittersweet that we're getting so close to the end. There's so many beautiful things that we wanted to share with you guys today. I've got another little critter set that I'm going to show you next. This one is called Apple of My Eye. My daughter was looking at this, I think it was either this morning or last night, it all runs together. And she's like, I really like that set, the tree, the apple tree. And notice how those apples are in a little bit of shape of hearts. They almost look heart-ish. You could add a little stem to them if you want to make them look less hearty, but I like that little touch on the set. Set is called Apple of My Eye. They're stamps and dies. So you can purchase them together now, or you can say, oh, I just want to try the stamps and see how much use I get out of them and buy the dies later. It's much easier if you just get them at the same time, because then you have them while you're using the product, but we like to offer options for you guys. So we sell them separately or as a bundle. And then Muffin Tuck. So Instagram Muffin Tuck created this fun little scene in the background. I'm gonna show you guys a sunflower next. This is also on a lot of our store graphics. I'm gonna keep him, I don't think I'm gonna be able to keep him from rolling. See how he sits upright? So Nina Marie Charpani created this. And here she is using a stamp and die called Sunflower Dance, and it's a little 3x4 stamp set. Happy birthday is the sentiment on it, although you don't just have to celebrate a birthday to be able to use this beautiful sunflower. We really wanted sunflowers are so classic. We really wanted a single classic sunflower option for all of you. Year after year, it seems like makers have a lot of fun coloring their sunflowers and creating sunflower fields. Maggie Hawes put hers on the front. Oh,
Maybe. I'm thinking.
Reed's my engineer.
There we go.
Thanks, Reed.
Yeah.
Good idea. All using the sunflower dance. And here we have Be Patient. I'll show you that. This came from a different, got a little bit sunflower happy over here. I'm gonna show you another, speaking of sunflowers. Sorry, I'm gonna move this. This was by Nina Marie Trapani. Beautiful, I think I'm gonna put her on the shelf. 'Tis the season for sunflowers. Emily Midget illustrated this classic 6x6 sunflower clear stamp. It's called Sunflower Dreams. The inspiration to share with you today using one stamp is absolutely extraordinary. People added different die cuts to it. Here, Samantha Fimmer added thanks. She colored hers. I'm sorry, I bent that when I lifted it. I can fix that with some glue. We've got another happy birthday sentiment. So Emily Midget created this card, and what I love about that is Emily illustrated the stamps. See, I told you, our products are made by makers for you. I feel like when you're making for your own audience, you know what people like, right? A lot of people like to be able to color in those large petals on a sunflower. Like RP Shutterbug did here. I like how she just chose one piece as a focal point. And then truly a work of art. This is by Susie Plantamura. Susie actually took the, see, anybody can be an artist with stamps. That's why I like stamps so much. I don't draw things that are very appealing, but I can use a stamp and make it appealing. Maybe not as good as Emily Midget, but I can have a lot of fun with it. And so this piece by Susie Plantamura is actually a picture frame that can sit on your shelf or hang on your wall. And Emily Midget, who created the set, actually also created this beautiful work of art that you can hang, you can put on your shelf with a stamp. She stamped, and by the way she colored it, created this absolutely stunning piece of art. I love that, Emily. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for doing it. Another way we talk about being an artist by using stamps. So Alberto, our Italian illustrator, Alberto illustrated this set called Bake with Love. You don't need to know how to draw. Stamp them, die cut them, tons of pieces in this 6x8. Look at all the pieces. So this is the set right here of dies. So many dies with this Baked with Love. We have a mixing bowl with a whisk. You've got those classic font for flour, sugar. You've got 3 little girls who are in the kitchen. The secret ingredient is always love. We tell my kids that all the time. You're the sweetest. Gigi, who's their grandma, will make with them and be like, we gotta add this secret ingredient. Baked with Love, probably said you're the sweetest. And so Susie Plantamura, who actually is an artist, so she's probably not the best example, she created this card. So she didn't need to draw any of those images because Alberto already drew all of those images for us. She used stamps, she used her artistry to color them and to bring them to life, and the dies to die cut them. And here, Barbara Terriau, she used her artistry to pick colors. So aren't those colors of the peaches and the teals and the browns, I think those are really spectacular together. That's eye-catching. If you're looking for a color combo, this is great for any season. And then another card, Meg Brooks brought her Bake to Love set to life. She die cut each individual piece, used a little foam tape to make them look like they're sitting on the cabinet. And all of these are included in this 6x8 stamp set. So thank you, Alberto, for illustrating that set with us. For us, I guess, is probably the best way to say it. Oh, the charming flower stem. If I were to pick a favorite flower of the season, this charming flower stem, after seeing all of the makes with the charming flower stem, quickly became my favorite flower. Look at all the different ways people colored them. This is one of those flowers that has the die cut lines. And what have we been talking about with the die cut lines? They really make the detail pop. As a matter of fact, in this card, Emily Midget put hers with foam tape to really make those layers pop. So did Maggie Hawes here in this thank you card. And Sherry Carroll, love those blues. Showstopper, Renee Bergeron, absolute color delight. I love these colors. Another one by Renee Bergeron. I'm sorry I meant this flower. Beautiful cards. And this is probably a really good time for me to talk about some of the other products that are part of our STAMPtember release. Inks. A lot of these makers used our new inks. So we have, they're almost like purpley pinks, plum, fairy, and ballerina. We love to release ink in a trio. They go together beautifully, especially when making flowers like we've been showing. And I've got re-inkers for all of them. So of course, ballerina has a re-inker, plum has a re-inker, and fairy has a re-inker too. These have been the top sellers of STAMPtember. Closely behind it are the other colors we've released new for STAMPtember. Crocus, sorry guys, clematis, and periwinkle. Those are our other trio for STAMPtember. Crocus, clematis, and periwinkle also have the re-inkers now available at Simon Says Stamp. And so I say trio because we do sell these as a trio on our website. We also have them available individually for you too. So if you just say, I want to try clematis now, see how it goes, and add some more to my collection, great. Just like always, our ink pads come to you already labeled on the side. So if you're like me and you like to store them on your shelf and have them lined up, color is on the side so you know exactly what is there. I think we're the only company, I don't know if we're the only company, but it's hard to find. It's a little tricky to do, but that's how I like it. That's how me as a maker likes to store my things. So we do that for you. And this is our buttery, really wonderful, delightful blending formula. So if you like to ink blend, this is something great for you to have. And I just realized my favorite bird. I guess that's a good way to call in your favorites, right? By style. Favorite bird, favorite flower, favorite pumpkin, favorite sunflower. Well, my favorite bird of STAMPtember is this beautiful little cute cardinal. So Tracy Ware made her cardinal come to life. She ink blended hers just like the sample on the packaging, which is pretty cool because it must have, I mean, it is the classic colors. And then Michelle Peckham, very similar as well with the little black knot, I don't know, what do you call his little mask on his face. Meg Brooks put her little cute cardinal in the corner of her card. And then what a fun tag. You know, the holiday season is approaching. If you just make a tag every now and then when you're making, by the end, you're gonna have a whole selection of tags that you can just grab while you're busy wrapping your presents. I don't know about you guys, but I wait until the last minute to wrap my presents, and I certainly don't have time at the very last minute to make tags. So if you're making them all year round, then you'll have a stash. My last stamp set of STAMPtember to show you guys, I should say my last of today, because you know all month long we're gonna have new different stamps to show you guys with collaborations. But this is our last Simon Says stamp, and it's called Shiny Baubles with lots of great sentiments. The coordinating dies are really interesting because we're cutting out the different pieces and the different elements. So you can see in these cards, like Sherry Carroll created this card. She used die cuts to create the little metallic background. She die cut a silver metallic cardstock. And I love how Anne-Marie Trapani, Anne-Marie sent, it's really delicate, so it's wrapped carefully. You guys, look at this. Because their dies are available, she was able to create a little shaker ornament. I mean, you could put this on your tree. You could make your own tree ornaments. And she simply used the dies, these shiny baubles dies. So thank you, Anne-Marie, for making that. And then these other little baubles, the smaller one, see how there's a smaller ornament and a larger ornament? And so then this uses the small and the large. Inside of there is one of the two scenes. See how the stamp set actually has two scenes on it? So it's almost like there's a little church and a little farmhouse to create more ornaments. And then I have a card also by Anne-Marie Trapani to show you using this really elegant shiny baubles. I guess that is my favorite ornament stamp set of STAMPtember. See, we don't have to pick favorites. And I want to give you guys a little bit of information about our other items that we have during STAMPtember. We have these beautiful, because y'all like to add a little embellishments, right? So we have the golden hour embellishments. Those are little confetti sequins with no hole. And then we have a really beautiful, this for Sweet 16, I feel like this is perfect. So this is our sunrise little embellishment pack. Those are confetti sequins, part of our Simon Says Stamp STAMPtember launch. And we have our classic, these are our classic sentiment strips. How fun is this card? So this card is by Maggie Hawes, and she just color blocked her white sentiment strips to make, she didn't cut them. She used them all on the card, and she used our little bat die as the front on top of acetate. That is a really cool card. So these are called Reverse Halloween. These are easy strips. And if you guys remember what easy strips is, easy strips mean that one of our easy strips dies, because we have them in different sizes and shapes. Our easy strip dies. This one is banners because the little edges are flagged. The easy strips dies cut perfectly in one, they're not even dies, I say dies, but this is one die. So you cut all of these sentiments all at once. This is the happy birthday and the reverse happy birthday set. And I don't remember if I've showed you this other easy strips for fall. Happy autumn and reverse happy autumn. So all of these, if we have a die on our website that says easy strips die, it coordinates with the easy strips. There's only one size of easy strips, but the shapes are different because of the edges. These have the little flagged edges. There are other products from STAMPtember that work with easy strips. Like this is a stamp set by Kathy Zilski. So this is one stamp, you stamp all at once, and it cuts out all of those sentiments with a batch of easy strips. And I want to show you a couple of other products without inspiration from STAMPtember. This is a Your Joy. This is a little 3x4 stamp set. You bring so much joy into my life. Every moment with you feels lighter and brighter and happier. Your smile brightens my day. It's like sunshine breaking through the clouds, effortless, warm, and contagious, with these beautiful little swirly hearts. So these were just other products that we launched. Boho Flowers, Showboat Love, Lacy Point Frames is a whole set of frames. We have these Squirrels. Kitchen Sink Stamp illustrated these for us. They closed their store, but she was still interested in illustrating. So Happy World came together and she illustrated this layered squirrely birthday set, which of course we have the coordinating dies for. We now have A7 frames by popular demand. This is a nesting A7 frame set, so it really creates frames for you. And the A2 scalloped rectangles. So A2 is a smaller version. So this is A7, this is A2, so you can have a comparison in size. And last but not least, I do want to do the last call on our September card kit of the month. So our September birthday card kit of the month is called Birthday Blitz. And it has, actually these are the dies that are add-ons, so those are not the kit. I'm going to show you the kit real quick before we do a summary of information for everybody about STAMPtember. So this is our September card kit of the month. It is a subscription. It went live August 14th. It's a whole box, jam-packed. Here is our Birthday Blitz upside down kit. It's not going to be upside down for very long. I'm sorry. I just put it right side up. So Tara's team assembles our kits, and it is packed with fun. It has a birthday sentiments embossing folder. It has a whole package. And why would we put a whole package of card fronts in? Well, because this, look at all these colors. This kit is loaded with dies. So we wanted to give you lots of options for cutting your dies. And the dies are so whimsical. Party balloons, because isn't September the party month? Rubber ducky. People are so into rubber duckies these days with the Jeeps and rubber ducky craze. Ferris wheel, an all-time classic. Went with these fun time papers. Picked out these papers, oh my gosh, probably 6 months ago. And wanted to have, you can even cut them apart to make your own tags. Look at these fun papers and patterns. So this is Fun Times paper pad. All of this is included in your kit. The coordinating dies are sold separately for Birthday Blitz. This is the Birthday Blitz stamp set. All the dies I've shown you here are included. I think I'm confusing everybody because I showed you this. This is a new product for STAMPtember. It is not part of our card kit. It's just the coordinating die that goes with the card kit. Whew, boy, I'm sorry about being confusing, guys. I do have a strength in life of being confusing. These are foam strips. Some of us are good communicators. Some people are funny and have a great sense of humor. Some people are great at math. Talk about this with my daughter all the time. Everybody isn't always great at everything. It's the combination of us all as individuals when we come together with our strengths that make us a really great team. And that is definitely part of our Simon Says Stamp success is we come together with our strengths. Like all of these card makers, this is by Heather Hoffman, who used this kit to make very different, yet all very beautiful. Love, love, love the popcorn, rubber ducky. This by Callie Person is just so fun with the rubber ducky with the balloons, as well as Callie's with her popcorn and her Ferris wheel. Emily Midget created this beautiful, Ferris wheel with the, gotta get this off that, with the little colored spokes with these bright colors and the Fun Time background cardstock. I've got a rubber ducky tag. Emily Midget created this by using her 3D embossing folder on top of the cardstock that's included in the kit. Yeah, this full sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock is included in the kit. Emily also took the stamp set to create this. And this little tag goes with a gift bag. So you guys can give your own little birthday presents and fun favors away. Okay, we can go to the front camera read. I've got some housekeeping to do with everybody. Thank you all for joining us live or for watching us on rewatch. Just a quick summary, all of the products that I shared with you today were just launched at Simon Says Stamp as a celebration of STAMPtember. STAMPtember 2025 is our Sweet 16, and so all of these products are available only at simonsaysstamp.com. Noon is going to be our launch time throughout STAMPtember. Oh, excuse me, I think I'm gonna sneeze. Nope, not sneezing yet. If I sneeze, Ree can switch the camera, I guess. So all throughout STAMPtember, we have collaborations planned for you. They're released and revealed at noon. Noon is the big time every day. We used to do midnight, and our whole team, you know, me, Stephanie, Reed, a lot of our team, our social media team, would stay up well past midnight every night through STAMPtember. And I'm getting too old for that. Maybe these young kids can do that, but 30 days of up past midnight every night was just a lot. So a lot of customers were actually requesting that we change that time too. So as soon as we started hearing so much overwhelming feedback from customers to change it, okay, I might sneeze.
You're good. Don't worry.
I didn't.
Cool.
As soon as we heard all that overwhelming feedback, we decided to change to noon. So yes, noon releases all throughout the month. Our blog is the best home spot for STAMPtember. So if you want to know what the day activities are, we have our first collaboration launch on, what's today, Tuesday. So our first collaboration, I mean, because you're here live, I'll give you a sneak. Our first one is coming this Thursday. I think it's with Trinity. Okay, good. My memory hasn't completely escaped me. So it is with Trinity Stamps. It's very cool, I guess, is our hint. I do remember what it was because I love this year. It's funny because the people that work here, I've heard a few different people because we've all seen the collaborations for the year because they're here and we've been working with them. So many people this year have said, wow, the brands have really stepped up their STAMPtember games this year. People are really representing the best of their brands. So the brands have come together to create really astonishing, beautiful pieces for you all. And those are all still going to be limited edition. So once an exclusive collaboration sells out, it's gone. It's really just meant to spark excitement during STAMPtember, to shine a light on these awesome brands. I talked a little bit earlier about the awesome brands that are participating. They've got lots of great products. So when we celebrate that brand, we want to not just talk about the STAMPtember exclusive. We want to talk about all the great products, whether it's inks or stencils, whatever that brand is known for and has in their library of products. We want to be your one-stop shop, so we try to shine a light on that brand and show you many of the great things that you might not even know are going on with that brand. And Beth and Susan have done a really great job, as they always do, with the spotlights of the brands. They give us some really great information about the brand itself, like about the people behind the brand. The people or the person, a lot of times these brands that we have are just one person. So it's nice to be able to celebrate brands and the people behind them. And just to remind everybody, we are celebrating STAMPtember this year with Gina K Designs, Memory Box, Newton's Nook, Trinity Stamps, Lawn Fawn, Tim Holtz, Hero Arts, Riley & Co., Doodlebug, Art Impressions, Brutus Monroe, Alex Siberia Designs, La La Land Crafts. This calls for confetti, Honeybee Stamps, Ink on 3, Pink Fresh Studio, All and Create, Pretty Pink Posh, Alta New, Mama Elephant, Dare to Be Artsy, Paper Rose Studio, Concord and Ninth Paper, did I say Paper Artsy? Whimsy Stamps, Pink and Main, and last but not least, the first year with Penny Black. We've got a really awesome product for you to see this year and to try and to learn more about that Penny Black brand. Okay, I do also want to share the Golden Bone giveaway. It is coming back. So if you get this little golden bone in your package, listen closely. These golden bones are highly coveted, and Reed has four golden bones to give away this year. He just walks into the warehouse on a random day and goes to the shipping department and puts one literally in a random order throughout STAMPtember. And if you find one of these golden bones in your parcel, it's kind of like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. It's your golden ticket. So this golden bone means we're going to ask you for your name and address, and all throughout the following 12 months, we are going to continue sending you products from our Simon Says Stamp brand releases. You just send us your address, and then every month when we do a release, we just automatically send you products from that release. So it's really exciting. The Golden Bone winners get a little present all through the next 12 months in their mailbox, pretty much every month. I think there's one month where we don't launch, but pretty much every month we give the Golden Bone person free, fun, new products to try before anybody else even gets them. If you are signed up for our Simon Says Stamp newsletter, this is a special for STAMPtember. If you're signed up for our Simon Says Stamp newsletter, you could be randomly selected to win a $500 shopping spree to simonsaysstamp.com. All you need to do is be subscribed to our newsletter. So if you're not already, you want to go to our website. The bottom left corner of our website has a sign up for email. I think it's the bottom left. If I'm not, Stephanie or somebody in the chat can correct me. sign up for our newsletter. We are just looking for ways to surprise and delight you. So we're trying to do different things on different mediums, and our email is one of those mediums where we want to be able to give away a $500 gift card. Did I say that, Reed, right? Is it on our bottom left? Oh, good. Yes, a $500 gift card. We're randomly selecting people who are part of our newsletter. We also have those stickers I showed you at the beginning. Thank you, Nina, for doing those stickers. We are putting one in orders throughout STAMPtember while supplies last. So there's 4 different ones. If you place 2 orders, you might get 2 different stickers maybe. We'll see. Were there questions? I know I thank you guys for chatting with us. We really do want to continue surprising and delight you. We do have some surprises up our sleeve. One that we've never done, especially this way before, is on September 5th. I'm very excited about that surprise. So you guys don't have to wait very long for that one. Something we've not done yet before for STAMPtember. And I think that education and inspiration are such an important part of STAMPtember. I'm really thrilled to be able to offer that to you this year in a whole new way, on a whole new level. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be some excited people when they find out about that September 5th surprise. Reed, did I miss anything that people have been asking?
No, you did a great job answering all the questions at the end. The final question is, what is going on the blog today?
Oh, how have I not talked about this yet? So if we're having a party, right? September is a whole month of STAMPtember celebrating. And that celebrating has started, and it's not too late for all of you to be part of it. On our Simon Says Stamp blog, you'll notice we're hosting a celebration and we're linking to makers all over the world who have received these products. We sent it like 6 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago to different makers all over the world. And they are showcasing what they have made with their product, along with special coupon codes for you. Many of those coupon codes involve free gifts. There are am I right? Sweet 16, Reed, I think we did 16 different.
I believe so.
It's like a scavenger hunt. Really, it's probably a scavenger hunt. So all of these makers, they each received one of 16 different promotions to share. So if you go on our blog, you can see all the makers, and it's a celebration. It's community. We have such a great community. All of us, not just here at Simon Says Stamp, but all of you watching, you're part of this community. We speak the language of crafting in one way, shape, or form. Maybe we can't draw, so we want to use a stamp. Maybe we like to celebrate birthdays. Maybe we have a little more time on our hands because, like me, my kids are getting older and they don't need me as much, so I get to use my creative energies in different ways. It's all part of making and creating, and we get to do this together. So the blog today represents that celebration. So you can go and look at the other people and what they're making, and maybe it will inspire you to make something too. And as a token from Simon, as a token and a gift for you, we have sprinkled in gift cards and coupons and things all over Blogland and in social media world today. And I think tomorrow, so that you will be getting an opportunity to have fun in a different way. So boy, I couldn't have said that in any more of a short way. We've been going for an hour and 50 minutes, so I think I've probably just about covered it. So when is this on the blog? It's on our Simon Says Stamp blog right now. So if you go to Simon Says Stamp blog, you'll see it. There's links to all different makers all around the world where they have posted. Yes, I love sales and I love free too. So you guys will see different things coming up throughout the month. I can't wait for the new stamps too. And you guys, the brands have really outdone themselves this year. Question, Eastern Standard Time? Yes. When I say noon, I mean Eastern Standard Time. So right now at Eastern Standard Time, it is 1:49 p.m. So if that helps you know. It'll be noon. Free shipping, no, we do not have free shipping planned for this year. Maybe someday, maybe we can do something special with it. We're trying to find ways to stay in business, but celebrate STAMPtember. Next stop is the blog. I agree, that's a good thing. Yes, thanks. You're very welcome. I'm happy to get to do this. Thanks to all of you, we get to do this. And the Simon Says Stamp team has really stepped it up. I mean, the kit building that Tara is doing, the mechanics that Reed and Brian have been doing behind the scenes, the marketing that Stephanie and Beth and Susan, and the product design that Sherry and Nina and Callie are contributing to our product development, and Amanda's making sure people have it from all over the world. Our customer service team is working really hard to provide customer service during weekdays in 1 day turnaround if we can. We are not working customer service on Saturdays and Sundays, so if you email us on a Friday, you might get an answer Friday, but if you email us on a Saturday, you'll have to wait until Monday. It just depends on the time of day, I guess, and the time zone you're in. Multitasking, yes. Oh, somebody was multitasking. There's 105 designers celebrating in this party with us today. I think about 105, over 100 people. So happy Stamptember to all of us. I'm just following up on the chat. Okay, so thank you to everybody. Happy Sweet 16 for Simon Says Stamptember. I'm glad we get to do this with all of you. Thank you for joining us live. Toodaloo. Have a great Stamptember.